Hello guys, my name is Madhav Krishna. I am currently pursuing BTech's third year under Electronics and Communications stream in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. The main purpose of this presentation is I have recently completed an internship on embedded system in embedded and information technologies. I would like to share about my experience and the things I have learned in this internship. These are the things that they teach in the internship. The things they taught are C programming language, keywords, operators, arrays, functions and pointers, strings, preprocessor derivatives, and also they teach us on what is embedded system, types of embedded system, microcontrollers, and also they teach on a mini project washing machine and the tools that required for the washing machine projects are MPLAB X IDE, XC8 Compiler and PICSIMLAB, and also they teach about interrupters, timers and a type of microcontroller like PIC16F877A and its peripherals, digital keypad and CLCD. At last I will show the project done by me is washing machine stimulation and also explain the project. Let's move to the next slide to our topic. C programming language. C programming language is a high-level programming language which was developed by Dennis Richard at Bell's Laboratory in 1972. It is a very basic programming language current in today's technological world. It is the backbone of embedded system and it is widely used in today's world because it is simple language and it is well structured one and it provides the effective program very effectively, and we use C programming languages. They are also very essential for the programmings like microcontrollers and embedded systems, and these the main reasons for using the C programming as the basic language is due to the following reasons, like it is easy to learn and it is very structured one. It produces the effective programs. And let's move to the next topic. Keywords. Keywords in C programming language are nothing but these are reserved words. Reserved, we all know very word meaning of reserved. Reserved means they have some value because the keywords have specific values. The keywords have specific functions in C programming language. Due to this reason, we cannot use these keywords as a constants or variables or any other identified names. There are nearly 32 keywords in C programming language. I will give some examples like auto, constant, int, short, structured, unsigned, double, float, etc. These are all these 30. I will give you a table here. These are the 32 keywords which are we use in C programming language. Let's move to the next topic. Operators. Operator is nothing but a symbol that tells the compiler to perform a specific mathematical and logical operations. As we see, we are humans, we can know what operation can be done, but as a compiler it is difficult to understand. Due to this, we introduce operators with a symbol. C programming language has a rich library of operators and there are different types of operators. They are arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators and assignment operators. That I will do explain about what is the types of operators. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are nothing but performing the basic operations such as addition, subtraction, division, multiplication and modulus. And let's move to the next operator, relational operator. Relational operator, in the word relation is nothing but relating two variables or two numbers. They are the operator symbols we use is double equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. As we see, the symbol is equal to assigning a value to a variable. The value which is right hand side is a value and left hand side is a variable, and double equal to is nothing but equating the value to a variable or equating two values, and greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, these are used for comparison comparison. This is about relational operator. We move on to logical operators. Logical operators are nothing but performing the logical operations such as logical AND, logical OR, logical NOT. This is the symbol for logical AND, this is the symbol for logical OR, and this is the logical NOT. Let's move to the next operator, bitwise operator. Bitwise operator is nothing but the operation done in logical one way by using only one bit. Here, that's why we get the name is bitwise. This is the bitwise OR, bitwise AND, bitwise ones complement, right shift and left shift. And then we move to the next operator, assignment operator. Assignment operator is nothing but assigning a value to an operator. Right? This is a plus equal to and greater than equal to. These assignment operators are mostly used in loop functions. This is about operators in C program language. Let's move to the next topic, arrays in C program language. Arrays are nothing but it is a collection of elements of same data type that are stored in contagious memory locations. It can easily access and store the multiple values under a single variable. The main syntax of the array is data type, array name and size. I will explain it with an example. The example I have taken is integer data type, and the variable I assigned is numbers, and the size of the array is 5. I will here is an example. I have initialized the value is 5. The index value starts from 0 and ends with size minus 1. As we see, I have taken the size as 5. So the index value starts from 0 and ends with 5 minus 1. It means 4. The index value starts from 0 to 4. As we count from 0 to 4, there are total 5 values. This is about arrays, and there are different types of arrays like 1D array, 2D array and multi-dimensions array. This is about arrays in C program language. We move to the next topic, functions in C program language. Functions are nothing but it is a group of statements that work together to perform a specific task. Every C program language have at least one function which is called as main function, and all other functions are additional functions to it. Can also divide the code into separate functions because they are different functions. The main need for function is you have to declare it. The function declaration tells the compiler about what is the function name and what is the return type and parameters. The given is the actual definition of a function. This is the return type and this is the function name and this is the parameter list. In between these curly bracket we will initialize the code and we will write all the logical operations which we need it. This is the body of the functions. And if you want in simple word, the function is nothing but performing the multiple tasks by using only one time calling the function. This is about functions. That we move to the next slide. Pointers in C programming language. Pointers are nothing but holding the address of a variable rather than the variable's actual value. It helps to indirectly manipulate the data and store the memory usage. That we explain it bit easier. A pointer is nothing but is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable. If you see an example, I will take a variable of integer data type and assign a value of 10 to the variable, and it can be stored to certain place, and the address of this variable is 0 into ff and something, and this address can be stored in somewhere, and I will call the address by using a pointer. This is the initialization of an pointer in asterisk pointer equal to ampersand of x. By using ampersand we can call the address of the variable of 10 which can be stored. This is about pointers. Let's move to the next topic. Strings. Strings in C program. Strings are nothing but a group of characters which is denoted in between two double quotes along with a null character. If you see in the example, I have taken the character as variable name, as data type, and greeting as a variable name, and the size of the string is 6. By I assign a value of Greeks, it can individually store each character like G, E, E, K, S, and also one null character. It also helps to it also follows the rules of array initialization. Then you can also write the statements in different ways without using the size. As you see, I do not use any size, but I assign the value. This is about the strings, and I will move to the next topic. Preprocessor derivatives. Preprocessor derivatives are nothing but these are not a part of a C programming language, not a part of a C programming language, and not a part of a compiler. These are the preprocessor have separate steps in the compilation process. It helps to simplify the process of coding, and also it helps the C processor just a test subtitles tool, and they also instruct the compiler to do requirement pre-processing before the actual complication process. If you observe any preprocessor derivatives, they always start with hash and end with the file name. The following are the examples of preprocess are /include, hash define, hash if define, hash if and define, hash if, hash else, hash else if, etc. These are the preprocessors which are not a part of C programming language, but they can help. But they have a separate step of complication process. This is about preprocessor derivatives. Let's move to the next topic. Embedded systems. Embedded systems are nothing but is a type of computer system that usually forms a part of a larger system devices or a piece of electronic equipment. And the major part of the embedded systems are microcontrollers, because the microcontrollers are heart of the embedded system. Without microcontroller, we cannot even build any embedded systems. The main working of a microcontroller is perform a specific task within the product and can also be used in every modern technologies of today world. If you simplify the embedded system, it is a combination or integration of software of computer hardware within the software to perform the day-to-day task. That I will use the real-time application like traffic signals. If you see the signal, the automatic blinking of red, changing of red light, yellow light and green light due to the embedded systems. And also security systems, printers, oven, ultrasound machines, audio system, television, fax machine. These are the examples of embedded systems. That way, move to the next topic. Types of embedded systems. The embedded systems are majorly classified into 4 types. These are the 4 types. There are standalone or independent embedded system, real-time embedded system, network embedded system, mobile embedded system. Standalone embedded systems or independent embedded system. In the word, the independent does not depend upon the host or an user. If you see this, an embedded system that described as an independent or standalone by work itself and does not require any host. If you observe a Tesla car, it does not require any humans or the host to instruct it. It can be done the work by itself. This is the best example for standalone embedded system. Real-time embedded systems. These are nothing but they always work with real-time functions with a specific time interval, because without the time interval there is a huge loss of property along with human loss. To avoid this, the time interval is very specific in the real-time applications such as file devices and pacemakers. If you see the file devices like alarms, whenever there is a threat of smoke or something, they immediately buzz at it and alert the surroundings. This is the main example of a real-time embedded system. Let's move to the next type of embedded system is the network embedded system. In the name, the network is a networking type that is connected to a machine network that provides overpath of other devices. They are more frequently used in home security systems where more complex systems are connected. Example is Alexa. Alexa tools are best example for network embedded system, because by using Alexa we can switch on, switch off the lights and order the Alexa and the things what we need. and it is connected to the all over the house. This is an example of network embedded system. And the last type of embedded system is mobile embedded system. Mobile embedded systems are nothing but they are used in small devices that are mainly designed to portable. Example, smartwatches, drones, mobile phones, etc. These are the examples of embedded systems. Types of embedded systems. Let me move to the next topic, microcontroller. This is as I have said earlier, the microcontroller is the heart of the embedded system. It is nothing but it is a component that performs the instructions and tasks involving computer processing. The microcontroller consists of different types, different things like memory, input output ports, timers, etc. These are connected to a CPU which is extended to the device. It performs multitask and requires more memory. It is mainly divided into two types depending upon the speed and the power consumption. It is 32-bit and 64-bit. It is mainly used in computers and laptops. This is about embedded system. That we move to the next slide. Washing machine stimulation. I have worked on the mini project of washing machine. As everyone will familiar about what is washing machine. Washing machine is basically an household applications that automatic the clothes cleaning using water, detergent and mechanical motors. They often have multiple wash programs and operations to coordinate the cycle of washing time, washing, rising and spinning, and also stimulate their behavior helps that understand the embedded system and control their logic. In this project I have done as I said earlier, I have done a project on washing machine by using MPLAB and PICSIMLAB with a microcontroller and LCD digital keypad input. But these are the things I have explained it later on next slide, and we move to the next slide. These are the project requirements that needed for implementation of washing machine. The things are embedded C programming skills, MPLAB X IDE tool, XC8 Compiler and PICSIMLAB board software. In PICSIMLAB, one should be aware of PIC16F877A microcontroller board and 16x4 CLCD display and matrix keypad, tactical switches, timer modules. I will explain all about this in next ongoing slides. PICSIMLAB. In PICSIMLAB, I have selected the microcontroller board of PIC16F877A. It has by observing it clearly, it has 40 pins from 1 to 40 and it has 5 ports, port A, port B, port C and port D. As you observe here, this is the port A, RA0, RA1, RA2, RA3, RA4, RA5. These are our port A, and here are port B, and by observe here, this is port C, this one, and these are port D, and here are the port E. And there are 16 LEDs which is mainly divided into port A and port B and port D. These are the LEDs start from 0 to 7 of port B and D0 to D7 for port D. These are the structure of pin names and pin initialization. As we see, the architecture of PICSIMLAB, the PICSIMLAB of microcontroller PIC16F877A, it consists of a CLC, matrix keypad, input output, analog digital, CPU, buzzer, LEDs, etc. These are the architecture of a microcontroller board of PIC16F877A board. I will move to the next slide. Interrupters and ISRs. The word interrupter means interrupting the program, because whenever a specific task is ongoing, the interrupters required immediately attains the immediate attention by stopping a microprocessor from the current task. It signals the CPU to stop the program which is currently running or doing. If you see this, whenever an interrupter occurs, the controller completes the execution of the current instruction and starts the execution of an interrupter service rotor. This is the full form of the ISR. Interrupter service rotor is nothing but telling the processor what to do, when when an interrupt occurs. The interrupter can be either an hardware interrupter or software interrupter. This is about interrupters, and as we see about interrupters, service router attends to the request of an interrupter source by cleaning the interrupter flag and should save the register contents that may be affected by the code in the ISR. Whenever an interrupter is occurred, it will go to the ISR, and if there are any commands that can be needed for the interrupter can be done and save that interrupters, and after completing the interrupt it will reset to back and do its individual work. This is about interrupters and ISR. Let me move to the next slide. Timers. Timers are nothing but this is used to generate the time or measure the time delays and accurate the time. The microcontroller also can generate times and measure the time delays by running the loops. The timers are release the CPU from the repetitive task because the CPU is running repetitive until any up to a time delay. For this reason, the timers are very useful in embedded system, because by using the timer we can run the CPUs and also stop the program. There are different types of timers as we discuss about, as we are working on a PIC16F877A microcontroller. There are 3 different timers: timer 0, timer 1, timer 2. Timer 0 is 8-bit and timer 1 is 16-bit. Timer 2 is 8-bit. This is about timers. Let's move to the next topic. CLCD. CLCD stands for Character Liquid Crystal Display. It is nothing but displaying all the ASCII characters and some specific symbols on the screen. It plays a crucial role in embedded system to display the characters and display the requirements we need. The CLCD is classified into 2 types: 16:2 display, 16:4 display. This is the 16:2 displays and 16:4 display. As we clearly observe, there are 4 blocks, 4 lines which have individual characters. Produce all the ASCII characters such as ABCD, capital ABCD have individual characters and small ABCD. These are the, and some special symbol like slash, double slash, etc. These are be display in the CLCD. Let's move to the next topic. Tactical switches. Tactical switches are nothing but electromechanical switches that are used to start or stop the flow of current through the switch. If you press the tactical switch, it will close the circuit can be closed and the current will flow through it. If you remove it and there is no pressure, the circuit might be open. There is no flow of current through it. This is the main working process of a tactical switch. They provide simple and cheap interference and are preferable if the number of user inputs are very less. This is the main usage of tactical switch. Let's move to the next slide. Matrix keypad. Matrix keypad is nothing but consisting of a large number of tactical switches that are connected in rows or columns format. As we see this image, there are different types of tactical switches. There are nearly 16 tactical switches which are arranged in 4x4 matrix. These are mainly used in real-time applications like keypads, telephones, digital lockers, etc., and also used in ATMs. The matrix keypad consists of a set of push buttons. These are the push buttons. Push button is nothing but applying pressure. Once it will be on. Remove the pressure, it will be off. Can be mostly available in the configuration of 3x4 and 4x4 matrix. This is about matrix keypad. Let's move to the next topic. I will show the demo of the project which I have been done in my internship. This is the This is the software that is required for the program MPLAB X IDE. There is different types of versions. I have downloaded the versions. These are the files, and this is the header files. In header file, we will save all the functions. By observing, this is the washing machine. This is the pre-processed derivative which I have said earlier, and this is the main file where all the functions might be defined here, and Regarding the timers function, I have defined in a specific like timer, and regarding the washing machine header file, I have initializing all the preprocessor derivatives and all the functions, and I will also explain about source files are nothing but the things that are needed for source. This is the source file. This is the code that I use it for running the washing machine stimulation. And time delay is nothing but delaying the time. It is a part of timers. And CLCD is nothing. It is referred to the cluster display. This is the display. This is the digital key. This is the program that is required for digital keypad, and this is the program that is required for timers, and this is the program for interrupters. This is the washing machine program. This is the main code that is required for the operation of a washing machine. Whenever this is the about washing machine, I will show. This is the program, and this is the functions main. This is the washing machine function, which is mainly used in washing machine stimulation. I will explain about the output. This is the PICSIMLAB board. If you see observably, this is the cluster. This is the CLCD display, and this is the matrix keypad. These are the LEDs. This is a fan. This is buzzer, and this is the microcontroller board of PIC16F877A microcontroller. If you want, there are different types of LEDs because 16x4, 16x2, and this is the clock is nothing but the measuring the frequencies, and these are the different types of boards can be selected in this board. The display shows the press key 5 to start power on the washing machine. This is the key 5. I will start it. Yeah, this is running, powering on the washing display, the powering on display. This is the washing machine program like heavy light, the lights, whites, stainless wash, eco cottons, wools, bed sheets, rise and dry only. By long pressing the RB3 switch, it go to select the water level, select the machine program, and if you want to select this from place again the switch, it will show the press switch 5 to start and press switch 6 to stop. By pressing the switch 5, it starts the program. The fan is running, the program function is spin, time also showing 6 seconds. If you want to start, press 5. If you pause, I pause the program, door is open, and I insert close the door to start. Again I click on switch 5, it restart the program of dry function spin, timer is 6 seconds, start, pause. This is about the microcontroller. I will show about what if the program might be ended. Let's wait for 5 seconds. As I said earlier, these are the push-pull tactical switches. If you press it, it can be selected. You remove the press, you can reselect it. These are the LEDs of port D and port B. These are the LEDs of port B and port D. This is a fan, buzzer, heater, etc. As the time is ongoing, 3 seconds is left. It also measures the temperature as 27 degrees currently. As 2 seconds. As we see, the program is the running time is it displays the program of remove the clothes and come back to the washing machine program, dry, wash, aqua store. This is about By clicking on it will might be changed. If you want to select long press in the switch, might be selected. And if you want to select the water level, again pressing the switch RB3, it will be changes to different modes. If you want to select a particular mode, long press 6. If you want to start switch 5, if you want to, I want to stop it and pressing the switch, you come back to the washing machine program. This is about the things I have learned. Finally, I conclude that I have successfully demonstrated the design and stimulate the washing machine with the basic requirements such as washing modes, timer for each mode, and I also implement some precautions to avoid when the doors are open, because we don't know when sometimes some have short memories. So that's why I have implemented some precautions like buzzer. When the doors are open, it will buzzer you. When the program is completed, it also buzzer sounds after completing the operations by using a basic microcontroller like PICSIMLAB microcontroller. These are the things that I have learned in this internship. Thank you very much. Hope you all enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.